Hi guys.
Hola.
Welcome to Sippin and Spillin and Driving.
Sipping and spilling and driving.
We're Sid and Mike.
Yeah,
today.
I'm sipping yours. I forgot to bring my sip.
Man, now I'm gonna have your cooties, bro.
Wow, I didn't know you were drinking margaritas this early in the morning.
Oh, stop it. It's water.
It's water.
I already had my coffee. Sorry guys, our apologies. I know we took a couple days off here from Sippin and Spillin.
But we didn't really.
And we didn't post on Wednesday on 3 Mississippi.
We've been slacking.
So Mike, I don't know if he ate something that didn't agree with him or what. He had a little tummy bug or a little, he just was not feeling well.
I'm just a pansy.
Well, you know how men are when they get sick. So, I think...
And that was combined with, at the same time, you had your girlfriend in town.
Yeah, and my girlfriend Jen, who, if you were with us this last Friday on our live on 3 Mississippi that we do on Friday nights at 6 p.m. Central.
PM Central.
PM Central. She was going to come. She came in on Friday. She was going to leave on either Monday night or Tuesday morning. She ended up leaving today, Thursday morning. She changed her flight and then she stayed with us a couple of extra days instead of going back to the Sardis area where her mother-in-law is, because she did find a property out here. So we had some other details to work out and some things to deal with that. So she ended up changing and staying a little bit longer, which we were more than happy to have her with us, of course, and to be able to help her, figure out the situation with the house and everything. But she and I drove around all week.
Miles.
We drove, I filled up the tank twice on the truck. We drove all over Mississippi.
Well, and she helped Sid and Frankie with the last sipping and spilling that we did do.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was dropping a piece of equipment. I was dropping a four-wheeler off at the shop to get fixed, to get worked on.
Oh, you mean the live?
That was the live.
That was the live.
I don't even know. I don't know.
That was on...
That was Friday then.
Sunday? I don't remember.
Yeah, we do our lives on Friday.
Oh, it was the live Friday.
So,
yes.
yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. She hopped in on the live with us. Yeah.
Yeah, and then when I got sick and I was like, nah, I'm gonna be in bed. They had houses to look at, so they couldn't couldn't do the live or the sipping and spilling.
Yeah, and I didn't want to do it by myself, and I didn't want to drag her into it, and we just were bouncing around so much between appointments. It was just hard to have the time to do it.
I'm trying to keep this thing stable.
I know,
but we're on a county road, people. You don't understand.
In a minute. I know. I apologize for the bouncing here, and we're doing it on, instead of the GoPro, we're doing it on the phone, so it's a little...
Yeah, the GoPro's got some stabilization.
The phone does too, but that's... I usually do the car mount, but I didn't have time to run out and do it because the reason we're in the car is we're going to officially go by the tractor.
The question, people, is how many tractors does one man need?
Yeah.
Because we're going to purchase right now tractor number 3.
Yeah.
Because we're 1, 2, 3 Mississippi.
So we need 3 tractors.
So we need 3 tractors.
Yes. But we did, I'm excited to get it which I didn't think I was going to be. I am excited to get it because it does mean that this weekend we can start. They're supposed to deliver it tomorrow, which is Friday, which means Saturday we can start breaking ground on the chicken compound.
Yep.
For the poultry house.
Fort Phlox.
Fort Phlox. That's right. So, which I am super excited about because we did, Mike had said a few weeks ago I could order some chicks. And they just came in. They shipped out Monday. They came in yesterday. So Jen and I, because she was still here, Jen and I went up and picked them up at the post office, got them all settled in their brooder in the workshop, and they're rocking and rolling. So, they'll be ready for a coop in the next couple of months, and then we'll be able to move the geese and the other 2 chickens that we have in there right now. So.
Yeah.
I am excited because that's the first real babies for the farm, the OGs,
The OGs.
The OGs. So it's going to be good. Birds are easy. Birds are a good place to start, I feel like. And then you get, pretty quickly you're getting that instant return of eggs. And the 2 pullets that I got are almost at the point
Not much, because it's going to get cold, and I don't lay that much in the winter, but...
Well, but it's their first laying season, so it doesn't usually affect them quite the same way.
It's hard to say.
Yeah. So
but
we'll see.
We'll definitely have our own eggs in the spring. I hate buying eggs.
I do too.
We're buying eggs, we're buying meat, we're buying stuff that I normally would grow.
Oh, yeah.
It's a rough transition here.
It's weird. And it's a weird, backwards humbling to have to do that stuff when we're so used to doing it ourselves.
So used to opening the freezer and pulling out a chicken that we processed.
Yeah.
And there's a freezer full of them.
Yeah, so it's very weird to be like, oh, I have to go to the store. We don't
and buy
have
meat.
Food. But it's
But
part
deer
of the
season's
process.
coming.
Deer season's coming, and all of this is part of the process of getting things set up and starting over, essentially, and that's what we're doing.
Right.
So we do have an additional project now that has a ticking clock, because with our buddies Will and Jen moving out here, their property that they're going to be getting does not have any fencing at all. So we are going to be taking their animals. So we're working on some structures for the goats and getting that squared away a little bit faster than we will. Oh, and their horse too.
And basically, what I told Will was, I will build whatever structures and fences we were going to build anyway. Right. I'll just up the timeline on them. So it's not like we're going to build them, animal structures on our property. We're just going to change the timeline about when we were going to do some things and go ahead and build what we were going to build for goats now, or soon, like in the next...
Which we were going to have to do
6
anyway,
weeks.
because he's had Caroline and her 2 kids this whole time because we couldn't take them yet. And he was like, when we were in the process of moving, he's like, well, I'll just take the goats and then we'll just get them back later. So I have to be ready to take them back anyway. And then they just have 4 Nigerian boys and 3 girls or something like that. So, not the end of the world.
Just 7 more goats.
Just 7 more goats, but they're little. They're each one's a quarter of a goat, really. So if you add it all together, it's only 3 more goats. That's goat math.
It's goat math,
That's goat math. It's very similar to chicken math. Yeah. So
Sid don't do math.
I do animal math, which means just multiply it by infinity.
Multiply it by whatever makes me happy.
That's accurate. Yes. So I think it's good that we have these imposed timelines, because sometimes, and correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, but I feel like out here time does move a little bit differently. Things are a little bit more low-key, more laid back. So all of a sudden I'll be like, oh, a month has gone by. How did that happen? And it's not that we're not doing anything and we're not working. It's just, I don't know, time seems to flow very differently for me here.
Well, not for me. I had a timeline. I was hard set on the things that I was not going to do until spring. And I think Sid agreed, but didn't agree. She verbally agreed with me, but in her mind she was like, nah. He's building a chicken coop before Thanksgiving. In her mind, she believed that to be so.
Well, no, what you originally said was no new animals before spring. You didn't say you were going to start building in the spring.
I said I was going to build in the winter.
Right, and fall is even better weather, so why wouldn't you just start now? That's logic.
Is that logic?
That is logic. So plus everybody needs to be safe, protected, and we need projects. Part of my purpose is raising the animals and doing that stuff. So without the structures that I need to keep the animals safe, I feel a little lost without my purpose, without my ability to have the animals going. So my soul needs to get those going.
Your soul?
My soul is I need to be moving on all this stuff. So, and then again, in the next few weeks, I'm going to have to make the trip out to California again to help them move and get the horse trailer back out there, and then help them caravan the animals back and their stuff out here. And I don't have a definite date for that yet, so I'm kind of like, okay, we gotta get moving on this now, because I'm on call, basically. When they say, hey, next week you gotta go, then next week I gotta go. So
is also, I mean, one of the reasons that I said no animals until spring, because I knew that there'd be a couple of trips for her back, and I'm not taking care of the animals without her.
It's only going to be like a week max.
Right. I'm just telling you, I'm not taking care of a bunch of animals without you while I'm focused on my job.
I know. There's not going to be a bunch of animals by the time I leave.
There's not going to be any.
There's just the birds that we have and the dogs and the cats.
Just all
those animals. But Frankie can help with those. Because Frankie's staying here, obviously, because of school.
Yeah.
So.
You're whispering.
I'm not whispering.
Better talk up. We're in a car.
We're in a car. That'd be loud. But, yeah. I mean, I think that I'm excited to get that started this weekend. And
I mean, look, I'm getting force multipliers, and we'll do a video about this on 3 Mississippi. We'll show the tractors finally this weekend, the ones that I had previously bought, what the plans are for those. I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep one of them, and I am going to have like probably 2 tractors, and I'm probably going to sell one of them. But I got a smoking deal on them, so I should get some of my money back on that deal and make that an even more smoking deal if I sell one of them. But
we're still on the lookout for a good quad side by side, some kind of utility.
They don't call them quads down here.
Sorry,
four-wheeler.
Some kind of altering small vehicle situation out here, so that I don't have to keep taking the truck out to the back pasture.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah, we got to take better care of the truck. So a side-by-side would be ideal. But, you know, we're looking for a good deal. I'm not going to just run out and buy one just because. We do have one four-wheeler that's really old that we got from the previous owner.
It's in the shop right now.
And I took it into the shop. I suspect after they run through the carburation and, you know, give it a little love, it'll probably run just fine.
Yeah.
So, but you know, that's a one-seater. I mean, you can put 2 people on it if you like the person.
No.
But I don't generally like people.
That's accurate.
So, but you know, with this tractor that we're on our way to purchase right now, I'm getting a decent amount of implements. So, and every implement, you know, is a force multiplier. I mean, there's a certain amount of things you can do with the bucket, but then you add a box drag to that and it makes things easier. And then you go to add a rotary tiller. And
got a burn pile going over here.
Yeah.
We had a burn pile going yesterday.
Yeah. And then we're going to get pallet forks, and that's good for moving stuff around. So it's just, you know, these are all, like I said, force multipliers that help us do the work that we need to do faster, more efficiently.
No better.
And hopefully help us. I mean, we're about to start projects this weekend, and it's, you know, every weekend. And depending, when's the time change? Once the time changes.
First weekend in November, I believe, is the official, like the week. It's usually like the weekend after Halloween. So it's whatever that first weekend, that first Sunday is in November this year. I'm not sure exactly of the dates. But
once the time changes, I won't really be able to do much after work during the week. But you know, this time of year, the weather's really reasonable. I mean, there's no reason we can't do a lot every weekend.
Yeah, it's super nice. I mean, fall is beautiful here and very mild so far, as far as highs and lows. And the only downside is right now it's been very dry. There hasn't been any rain, so the creek, the ponds, the plants are, you know, thirsty.
Everything's thirsty.
Everything's
right now.
thirsty.
I have not planted my deer plots because there's no rain in the forecast, and that's stressing me out. I'm banging this thing between the dashboard and the windshield.
Don't do that.
Hey, we're almost at the tractor store. Chickasaw Tractor in Chickasaw County. So I said we bounce up out of here.
Okay.
Say bye-bye to the people.
Bye-bye to the people. We will see you mañana.
Mañana.